folks. I'm Alan Watt. We're cutting through the matrix. It's so massive. There's so many rooms in this big artificial reality that it takes you an awful long time to work your way through them. And we'll go to the callers now. We've got Rick from California. Are you there, Rick?
Yes. Thank you, Alan, for taking my call.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that in the Patriot movement, a lot of people, including Freemasons, stick up for Freemasons, and they say, well, the Founding Fathers are Freemason, and so I call this the paradox of the Founding Fathers, that they would be for liberty, and yet they were Freemason, and this is how I resolved it, and I'm wondering if you could comment on it, like whether I'm right or not. The Founding Fathers must have known that the powers of nature could be harnessed to make massive weapons of destruction, like nuclear warfare. They must have known this intuitively, and then in order to develop the weapons needed to conquer the world, they would need scientific progress, and in order to achieve that, they would have to have some freedom for the scientists. You can't have progress when you lock up your Galileo, and so with the full intention that, because they believe they are reincarnated into their descendants, that at the appropriate time they would pull the rug out, they would take out the freedom, and then they would become the masters of the world. So
what you need really is a massive engine to work for you, and the engine happens to be those in society. So you give them a fake freedom and a fake reality, a reward system, a Pavlovian reward system, and they will work your dream into existence for you. But we know that the Founding Fathers said that the United States would be eventually a federation not only of the U.S. but of the world. And it's true that they're all Masons, and many of them are also into sciences. We find that Franklin was experimenting with electricity and batteries, the Leyden jar. And we also find out, too, that Jefferson was involved in the first mass production of parts for weaponry rather than hand-forged, handmade individual pieces. He was into the stamped steel type that eventually became popular. So they're all involved in using sciences, but they all belonged to a Masonic institution that had come out of the Rosicrucian movement, and the Rosicrucian movement was called the underground stream, meaning it always was there underneath society to an extent, and they kept their secrets of science to themselves, and they did work through science. They believed that, just like Francis Bacon with his New Atlantis, that America, this place that would rise in the West, would be the new star that would guide the world. And the star, by the way, in their occult books is called Marika, or Maraca, which is America.
Wow.
That was written, over 1,000 years ago. But the book itself, Bacon's one, was written and published in 1602, but written in 1588. So in there, he described the function of this country that would have an elite, hidden group of scientists running the country. And he meant social sciences too, but it would have a front organization for the general public, which we now call politics and politicians. So they knew from the beginning what their role was to be. And this goes all the way back into the old alchemists of the ancient Middle East, and also the ones of the Middle Ages as well. They always swore to keep their secrets of science to themselves, because by doing so they'd gain power over all kings and become indispensable for rulers. But thanks for calling. From Hamish myself, it's in Ontario, Canada, where it's been heavily sprayed and very foggy. It's good night, and may your God or your gods go with you.